Myanmar, a land rich with tradition, diversity and stunning beauty. From Yangon to the coast of the Bay of Bengal, and beyond to the islands of the Mergui Archipelago. Today, we embark on an unforgettable journey to encounter ocean giants beyond all expectations and explore the remote islands of southern Myanmar.
Doing conservation is not for ourselves, it's for the next generation.
A dive team from Asian Geographic has arrived at Myanmar.
This project is very important for me to contributing to the Mergui Archipelago.
This is the first Asian Geographic expedition to the Mergui Archipelago in Myanmar. It's a place that is legendary amongst scuba divers.
The team will spend 10 days exploring the area with a special guest on board.
Years ago, I have been here. The first time was with my competition, Miss World Myanmar competition, with other contestants. I've never experienced adventurous kind of thing.
I hope that this project can helping this area to be a biosphere reserve. If we don't do this, in Myanmar there is nowhere else to do diving. So I think it's very important for the country that they can be called ocean as a home here.
So what's the plan of action for the day?
Find fish.
Dive Center invited me, so I joined the Discover Scuba Diving. It was opportunity for me to discover into the scuba life.
For Icho Chiang, it's a unique opportunity to explore remote areas of her own country.
I was too excited and nervous about my open water scuba diving.
refrigerator လက်ဖက်နှောင်းနဲ့ပြီးတော့ mask ကိုကြောက်လက်ဖက်နဲ့လေးနဲ့တန်းတန်းလေးဖြစ်အောင်တက်မှာမရှိဘူးလေနော်။ဒီပြန်ပေးမယ်။ chest plate တယ်နော်
After like 2 times open water training, and I feel comfortable now.
Definitely a huge difference from the Caribbean, from what my experience, but way more soft coral here. And just in general, I feel like there's just more fish. You don't have to just focus on the one good coral head per dive. There's coral heads everywhere. It's totally different out here. Never seen anything like it.
You got me underwater. I can't get enough. You got me underwater. I can't get enough.
To get to the Mergui, most divers take a shortcut through Thailand, missing much that Myanmar has to offer. It's early morning in the heart of Yangon. This is the Shwedagon Pagoda, one of the most sacred Buddhist temples in all of Myanmar. At 112 metres in height, it dominates the Yangon skyline. In a country famous for golden pagodas, this temple is arguably the most impressive of them all. Its dome-shaped pinnacle, known as a stupa, is made of bricks covered in gold plates. Legend has it that the Shwedagon Pagoda was built more than 2,600 years ago, which, if true, would make it the oldest Buddhist shrine in the world. The stupa's crown is encrusted with thousands of rubies and diamonds, including a 72-carat diamond at the very top. This unmistakable symbol of Myanmar is quite literally the jewel of Yangon. In ancient times, Myanmar was part of the iconic Silk Road, along which traders and merchants from afar connected Europe and the West with the Far East. Each journey to the islands began in the old capital following an ancient route. Formerly known as Rangoon, it was the country's capital city from 1948 until 2005. Today, it is the cultural and economic epicenter of the country, an urban city with old-world charm. But after dark is when the city truly comes to life. In Yangon's Chinatown market, you are likely to hear a cacophony of local dialects. There are over 100 spoken languages in the country, many of which can be heard on the streets of the capital. And when the sun goes down, this is where the locals come for dinner or just an evening snack. Craving deep-fried grubs? For 5,000 Myanmar jets, equivalent to about $2, it's a cheap protein-packed snack. In the mood for crickets instead, 30 critters will set you back 10,000 jets, or $4. From open-air food stalls to bars and shops of all kinds, 19th Street is the heart of Chinatown. Yangon was at the centre of the struggle for Myanmar's independence, which was won in 1948. Departing the old capital, we head west towards the coast of the Bay of Bengal. Along the way, Icho finds countless shops featuring the works of local artisans. But it is the peaceful charm of the local people that is more memorable than any souvenir. Mustard-stained cheeks are a common sight throughout the country. For centuries, people from Myanmar have used bark from their native thanika trees as a natural beauty aid. By rubbing the bark onto a wet slab of stone, a yellowish paste will begin to form. When applied to the skin, that paste is said to prevent sunburn, wrinkles, even mosquito bites. Nowadays, locals have come to see thanika not just as protection for the skin, but also as an opportunity for personal expression and style. Besides the health benefits and fashionability, wearing thanika is now a quintessential Myanmar tradition. After a scenic 6-hour drive from Yangon, we arrived to the coast and the surprising beach destination known as Nuai Song. Despite having a coastline thousands of kilometres long, Myanmar is not widely regarded as a top surfing destination. But these surfers on Nuai Song Beach are hoping to change all that. The past decade has seen an uptick in tourism development across Myanmar, like the Norsong Yacht Club and Resort, perfectly situated near the surf break. Today, coaches at the Surf Association of Myanmar are working with local surfing athletes hoping to compete in the Southeast Asian Games. Cho is fortunate to have a chance to learn from the experts, enjoying a surfing lesson before having a go at the swell. After a long day at sea, there's nothing like a quiet stroll on Nue Song Beach.
My full name is Yam Pine Ton, but everybody call me the Kopai. I'm a dive master of the Nyangpi resort because my hometown is at the southern part of Myanmar, including in the Mergui Archipelago. In this area, some great reef sharks and nut sharks are coming back. So we hopefully this site also they are coming back.
I really appreciate my team. We come all the way here to filming this to showcase the beauty part of the below.
Name's Kay Burn Lim. I film underwater for a living, underwater cameraman. Been doing it for quite a few years.
My name is Diego Garcia, director and underwater cameraman on this Mergui expedition. All right, where are we?
I'm a camera assistant here with Asian Geographic. I'm also a scuba diver. I've been a diver for about 10 years, but this is really amazing diving that I've never seen before. I also found a turtle. That was awesome. Diego was like, find me a turtle. And in the next dive, I literally found the turtle. All kinds of cool stuff on this trip.
Much better dive, yeah? A lot more fish this time. Very promising still.
6-7 years in the cave, there was another tunnel. There was a small cave there. Most of the times that we saw the sleeping the nut sharks in there. About 3 years ago, I think, sir, I see that not much left.
The Mergui stretches across hundreds of square kilometres of turquoise ocean. Many of these islands are uninhabited, and across this ancient seascape, remote tribes still practice their ancestors' traditions. These are the Salone people, also known as Moken, an indigenous tribe from the southern Mergui Archipelago and one of 135 distinct ethnic groups in Myanmar. During the dry season, these marine nomads live on their handmade houseboats, known as kabangs, and fish with 3-pronged spears. Prawns, sea cucumbers, squid, snails, and an array of fish are typical catches. During the wet season, when the monsoon rains arrive, the Salone head inland and build temporary huts for shelter. Incha Dormayan is chief of the Salone people. At 57 years old, she inherited the position nearly 3 decades ago, after the death of her father, the then chief. This has been their way of life for countless generations. Their existence here was first documented by a French explorer in 1675, although they have likely inhabited the Mergui Archipelago for much longer. The coastal tribe members are commonly referred to as sea gypsies, due to their nomadic way of life and their dependency on the sea. Icho is quickly welcomed by the locals, who seldom see visitors from mainland Myanmar. Although the chief speaks Burmese, most of her tribe does not. Their official language is Malayo-Polynesian, an indigenous dialect mainly spoken in maritime Southeast Asia, Madagascar, and the South Pacific. It is said their language has no words for worry or stress, living by the philosophy of being in the present. Symbols of the Salone connection to the ocean are everywhere, inside and outside their homes. For many generations, the Salone sea gypsies dived these pristine waters, searching for pearls, regarded as some of the finest in the world. Nowadays, wild oysters are extremely scarce, but the impact these pearl fishers have had on their own country is far-reaching. Pearls are still highly regarded and are widely available from the coast to Yangon and beyond. Today, almost all Myanmar pearls are cultured pearls, which means they have been created using human intervention at pearl farms such as this one. Since the 1950s, Myanmar has been producing cultured pearls from the Pinctada maxima oyster. It has been estimated that about 30% of the local population of the Mergui Archipelago works at pearl farms like this one. Oysters are raised from microscopic larvae or spat in a cooled laboratory on site. The spat grow in tanks, clinging to these ropes for about 2 months before being transferred to small frames and sent out to sea. After about 1.5 years of maturing at sea, the oysters are brought back to the farm and the magic begins. The process of creating a pearl starts with a technician inserting a bead or nucleus into an oyster. The bead itself is usually made from previous shells and is placed inside a young oyster along with mantle tissue from a mature donor. The oyster is then returned to the sea for another 2 years or so. Together, the bead, the donor tissue, and the natural actions of the living oyster itself combine to create the perfect conditions for pearls to form. Myanmar pearls have 3 distinct features: a unique golden or light apricot hue, a thicker layer of nacre, commonly known as mother of pearl, and lastly, Myanmar pearls tend to boast an overall larger size than most. Such characteristics make these organic gemstones some of the most sought after in the world. 56-year-old Dor Maya Maya Ai has been selling pearls in this Yangon market for nearly 30 years. Born and raised in the Mergui Archipelago, the only region in the country which produces them, she has a deep appreciation for the timeless beauty of Myanmar pearls. She's also taught her children everything she knows. They too have inherited her love for these precious beads, and in time, they will also inherit the business. A family legacy born in the Mergui Archipelago.
Yeah.
diving for over a week now, and what's been happening, every dive site we get to, there's 1 or 2 fishing boats that are there ahead of time. When we get in the water, we're seeing 2, 3, 4 of these huge fishing traps, and the effect is really that we're not seeing larger fish.
About 10 years ago, this place is famous for shark feeding. But then later, for 5 years, there was no many shark left. So I worry, I worry.
One thing that we haven't seen at all are sharks, whether that's the predatory sharks or like filter feeding whale sharks, and we also haven't seen mantas.
When I was young, the small fishing boats, they can get within a week full of the fish and they can go back. But now, they have to spend a couple of weeks. Ice are melting, diesels are running out, there was no fish left because of the big fishing boats fishing around this area. So the small boats, nothing's got. So they start to thinking how they can get more fish. Diving then 15 years ago, I can say that 65% of the marine life are gone.
I'm so worried about that. It's like I heard it 15 years ago, 65% of marine life is gone. So next 10 years, another 65% gone is as good as nothing. We cannot live it next 10 years. This will be like what you say, 15 years. 65% gone. Next 10 years, another 50% gone. It's like it's nothing left.
Lost or discarded nets like these plague all the world's oceans and have come to be known as ghost nets.
I want to help in the next project. We want to do this to helping us the ghost net. We can help to take out all the ghost net.
So these are the ghost nets that cover the entire reef. They're all over the sea fans, corals, you know. Turtles get caught in them, they get killed. Fish get caught in them, they get killed. It's just a mountain of them down there. So this is what we have to do, you know. We have to try step by step, clean these things up.
I hope that this project can helping this area to be a biosphere reserve.
It's clear now what needs to be done. These ghost nets will become the focus of a long-term project for the Asian Geo team. This Salone village on Zedek Key Island is preparing for a celebration. In the dry season, the entire village takes part in a series of ceremonies. Each-o is invited to witness a traditional ritual at the spiritual centre of the village. In song and prayer, the Salone villagers ask their deceased loved ones for help in ensuring a prosperous fishing season to come. The Salone trust that the ghosts of their ancestors are watching over them and will provide for them. Some elders appear to speak in tongues, openly inviting the spirits of their ancestors to enter their bodies, leaving all inhibition behind. On this day, most of the island's 400 tribe members gather to celebrate and pray for a prosperous and plentiful fishing season. Elders, in a trance-like state, sing and dance as spirit poles of their deceased ancestors look on. Each carved face represents an ancestor who has passed away, ensuring their memory is preserved and providing a possible means of reaching them, even in the afterlife. Part of the occasion will be the creation of a new spirit pole, commemorating the recent losses of important members of the village. The festivities are one part ceremony and one part cultural preservation, teaching the next generation the customs and values the Salone people have held since time immemorial. But with an estimated 2,000 to 3,000 Salone living in all of the archipelago, this way of life is being threatened by a lack of fish and modernisation. It is a celebration that continues well after the sun has set.
I've never been on a dive where there were squid, so I found that particularly interesting. I think what we saw was big fin reef squid, and they are iridescent, they have large eyes. They were up in the shallow waters, and I watched them for a little bit longer, and I realized they were doing something. They were doing some kind of behavior. They were mating, they had egg sacs or sperm sacs, something like that, and they would go off into the blue, they'd splay out their tentacles, they'd move their fins, and they would turn red sometimes, which I think was part of their behavior, maybe it was part of their mating. They would shield one as she went in and deposited something. It was very interesting, it was very intricate. Squids are intelligent creatures, very intelligent mollusks, and that was so cool to see. Probably one of my favorite unexpected animals to see.
But there are more surprises in store for the team, including adding a new member along the way.
My name is Wayne, and I'm currently working at Victoria Cliff Resort on Yao Pi Island. I was born and raised in around Andaman Sea, so I see the issues that there are decrease in number of corals because of destruction. Started a coral farming plan to help the corals to grow again. Using the blue lights, it increased the growth of the coral 5 times faster than the oceans. But here I provide them space so it could cover the whole sands and maybe corals some area that are dead. Looking forward to join the Asian Geographic expeditions and see how the Burma Banks is doing.
So nearest island is about 50 miles away, and around the bank there's a gypsy.
Why not many fishing boats here?
Too far.
Too far for them, for the fishermen from Burma.
I'm just trying to put a mat underneath to make sure it doesn't slip.
This is just my first draft. It's a rough draft. It's a work in progress. Luckily, I got some help here. Effectively, they're going to be weighted and baited cameras.
We'll find a place to put the bait, and I'll set up the cameras. Okay, we're going to leave the cameras running. We'll come up and we'll do a surface interval. We hope there's more fish here because. Almost nobody has been here for 4 to 6 years, so it's going to be interesting to see the corals bombed out, if the fish life has come back, or if the fishermen are still coming back here. There are no fishing boats.
She ain't ready for the 8th. He be riding on the wave. I ain't got a lot to say. Mine's heavy, give me space. Time's ready, let me blaze.
The first few dives at Burma Banks are crucial.
You ain't ready for the 8th. She ain't ready for the 8th.
If they don't see signs of a healthy reef this far from shore, it would spell disaster for the recovery of the entire ecosystem.
When divers come through, fish, predators, and even some sharks evacuate that area. If that's what's happening, these little cameras will actually capture what happens after we leave. So the hope is that there are some sharks there and that we'll catch them on video.
Deployment went good. Let's see. Okay, after the surface interval, we'll go back down and retrieve it.
The divers gather to review the footage and are shocked at what they see on screen.
Oh my god! Oh my! Look at this! He grew right for it.
You knew that Burma Banks had recovered somewhat.
She ain't ready for the 8th. He be riding on the wave. I ain't got a lot to say. Mine's heavy, give me space. Pines ready, let me blaze. Spend money, what a waste. Times money, money pays. You ain't ready for the 8th. She ain't ready for the 8th.
I will dive again and again because like this is so beautiful and this is the place I definitely need to experience. It's my first time diving in open water and Mergui Archipelago. This is like best experience ever for me.
For me, I want to learn two things. Is that one is we have to think about for the fishermen how we can have a solution for them. We cannot just ban fishing to how we can sustain ocean and how we can sustain the Mergui Archipelagos. First time we were sleeping in the ocean.
Yeah,
so
we are in Burma Banks.
Burma Banks. So like enjoying it tonight.
Yeah, I can't wait for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Time is running short for the dive team. With just a few immersions left, everyone now knows that the Burma Banks can sustain larger animals. But will they find the sharks? Or, for that matter, any of the ocean's giants at all?
We saw sharks for the first time on this trip.
And then this one like about 2 to 3 meters sleeping under the cave. Wow.
The shark finally.
I didn't expect that. Great news.
Finally we got that. You know, it shows that if you leave it alone, they come back.
Yeah.
You know, I've got hope that our next dive, we're going to see a different species.
After like being so much under intense fishing pressure, but now nurse sharks like 7 or 8.
A lot of nurse sharks. Some are like come one after another, you know, like it's amazing.
There's a whale, there's a whale. Whale. Half the size of the boat.
Very gentle moving, but for us, hard to breathe.
Yeah, it was my first time seeing a whale. It's like so amazing. But it's like with one swap of the tail, it can go faster than where I can't follow it, man. Like I got a good shot of it. It's amazing, amazing experience.
To see a whale underwater, a Buddhist whale, I mean, any whale, is, especially when you're scuba diving, it's just unheard of. I can't believe I didn't see it. Win. I mean, he got the shot. It was a great shot as well.
It's amazing experience as well.
But this was a hallelujah moment.
We really need to do something. It's now or never. And ocean is so important for everyone, and especially for the locals.
It's obviously coming back. I'm hopeful for the place, so if they can continue to protect it and leave it alone like this.
You know, the combination of ecotourism, scuba diving, and have these no-take zones that in fact protect the populations of fish that the people rely on for food as well.
If we not take care of this area, next 10 years, for my boys, nothing to show.
Everyone's like wanting seafood, and even the poor fishermen need to feed their family. But I still hope that our Mergui Archipelago can be protected. It deserves to be a biosphere reserve.